Hey guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and boy was August a month. Let me tell you, not only did I not do a lot book, movie, and TV wise, I actually moved out of my home state of New Mexico and moved to Pennsylvania. So I'm in Pennsylvania now, and most of the car ride there took up most of the packing up for the move, and the move here took up most of my time that I would have used reading books, watching TV, all that good stuff. And it got moved to experiencing my new town in Pennsylvania and going shopping. And if you haven't seen my shopping haul, I'll link it down below. I spent quite a bit on clothes this month. Clothes and shoes this month, so there's that. There's that. I also had some experiences like my cat thinking she could hide in secret places here and giving me a miniature heart attack through the way it was. So I was so glad we actually found her in those places, because there was one instance when she was hiding for 5 to 6 hours and I couldn't find her, and if my husband hadn't pulled out the stove, she would have literally been trapped there, and God knows what would have happened to her then. So I'm glad we found my cat. Thank God. God, moving with a cat, I gotta tell you guys, bring those little puppy piddle pads, because my God, how many accidents my cat had on the road was insane. I don't blame her. Like, it was a 22-hour drive from where we were living in New Mexico to where we were living in Pennsylvania, so there was a lot of traveling. It took us like 3 to 4 days to actually get here because my husband was driving and we had to stop at 3 different places to sleep, and it was an exhausting experience. We even got pulled over by a cop because the U-Haul we were hauling, its circuit breaker, I think, like burnt out, and the cop stopped us, and it was my husband's first time pulling off on a major freeway, and yeah, that was an experience. I also had a lot of different people talking to me about my dog and my cat. Yeah, that was fun. We even managed to find a dog park here where we're staying, and my dog loves the dog park, and my cat's adjusting pretty well. She loves the big picturesque window that we have over here, and maybe sometime I'll take you guys on a miniature apartment tour. Or I'll film in different parts of my house every now and then. And then my favorite place, actually, house-wise, is my bathroom. My bathroom is like one of my favorite places here. And that's only because we have a blue toilet. I'm not even joking. There's a blue toilet and a blue thing, and it's so pretty. And I decorated it with, of course, a blue and brown shower curtain and some brown towels and stuff. So I was happy about that. We also got a new huge bed this month. That was an experience. We actually live up on the 3rd floor of this apartment complex, so getting that up, all our furniture and stuff upstairs, because we don't have elevators here, is a challenge. But we managed to do it with the help of a hiring service, and it was all fine and dandy, and all our stuff is in here. I haven't unpacked a lot of stuff yet. I still need to do that. I've been here for 3 weeks, and I'm like 2 or 3 maybe. I can't remember. It's either 2 or 3 or 2.5. But I need to get on unpacking because I have a lot of stuff to unpack. Not even all my clothes are unpacked. And as for what I'm wearing, long sleeves in the winter, it's just genuinely because I'm about to head off to work here in a couple hours, and I work in freezers and stuff, and it's good to always come prepared, and I really don't want to bring my jackets to work, so I wear long sleeves instead. Because my husband asked me, why are you wearing long sleeves in the summer? And I'm like, I work in freezers all day, what do you expect? But, yeah, that's an interesting experience. It's also been an interesting experience getting transferred up here with my company. This new one I'm working for is so much different than the one I was working for back in New Mexico, but we'll not get into that. It's been an adjustment period for sure. It's an adjustment period moving here in the first place. Not only did I move here, we also don't really have a lot of people here, so that's a change. And sorry for this like 6 or 7 minute thing about just moving and stuff. I wanted to do a little life update before I get into this video to make it at least 10 minutes. I don't know how long this is gonna be. It's not gonna be my usual video length for sure. And if it is, God, do I talk too much some days. But yeah, on with the video. Also, if you come to Pennsylvania, one of the most popular things here besides the village cheesesteak is pizza. My God, do I have a lot of pizza joints in this town I'm staying in, and it's just like, it's crazy. I never knew that the East Coast had so much pizza. I knew New York did, but the East Coast in general is like pizza everywhere, and it's just like, there's so many things you had to learn when you're in a new state. It's crazy. But back to the video. So I audiobooked one book, and I got through most of another one. I'm gonna include that in my September wrap up when it comes, because for sure I'm finishing this not today, probably tomorrow, maybe today. Not sure. It depends on how my lunch goes at work today. So the audiobook that I ended up actually getting finished with was The You I've Never Known by Ellen Hawkins. And I gotta say, this is like one of the most disappointing Ellen Hawkins books I've read. Not that it wasn't good. It was good in its own aspect. But when you spoil the plot to the book in the synopsis, it tends to irritate a lot of people, and it did irritate me. Like, I wasn't shocked by the big twist because it says so in the synopsis. So if you read The You I've Never Known by Ellen Hawkins, go into it blind, because this is one of the prime reasons never to read the synopsis in any book anymore, because publishers are all like, let's give away the big surprise. Well, if you give away the big surprise, what's the use of reading the book? I thought it would be introduced a little earlier in the story, and it wasn't introduced until the very, very last part of the story, and I'm all like, why would you give away your biggest plot? It's just, no. It was, it made me angry, but at the same time, I did like the main character somewhat. I've gotta read that synopsis again to see the main character's name. I feel so bad not knowing it. I just want the book details. But yeah, Ariel, there we go. How could I forget? So Ariel, I liked her girlfriend Monica. I remember Monica. I don't remember freaking Ariel. Earl, this is how much I liked Monica. I like Monica. I kind of liked the boyfriend in this, kind of. I don't know how I feel about the bisexual representation in this book. I'm a proud supporter of the LGBT community. And this place makes a lot of noises, so I gotta make sure no one's down below me and stuff making noise. But yeah. So like, I'm a proud supporter, but I don't really like how bisexuals are painted as the people that really can't make up their minds, like, ever in books. I don't get the unnecessary love triangles. It's just bleh. You know what I mean? And, I didn't really like her dad in this book. I don't think you're supposed to like her dad. Her dad, he was my least favorite character. It was just, I liked her dad's girlfriend. I liked that. Her mom, she was okay. I didn't really like that part. And because of this book and the way I used to be, I figured out that my favorite audiobook narrator is Rebecca Ross. If you haven't heard of her, I would suggest listening to one of her audiobooks. She's pretty good at audiobooking. I like her a lot. The other book that I almost got done audiobooking this month was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I am 2 hours and 35 minutes into finishing it, so I'm hoping I'm finishing in September. I'd be embarrassed if I didn't finish it. I also got Game Board of Gods by Rochelle Mead that I need to finish. I got 13 hours and 7 minutes in that one. I have Stalking Jack the Ripper. I got 6 hours and 54 minutes remaining in that one. I just got Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Waring. Wenningarten, I think her name is. That's 7 hours and 35 minutes, again, narrated by Rebecca Ross. I got Tell Me Lies by Carolyn Lovering, which is narrated by Corinne Brill and Rebecca Ross. I got 13 hours and 6 minutes in that. And then I got 13 hours and 4 minutes left in Too Late by Colleen Hoover, also known as C. Hoover, in this book because it's more adult focused on this one. This one you at least have to be 18 or older to read this book. I believe it's kind of erotic fiction. Not really. It's about an abusive relationship, if I remember correctly. It was either that one or Tell Me Lies. I think Too Late is what happens whenever you fall in love with a sociopath. It's either that or Tell Me... Like, one of these is falling in love with a sociopath. I had to look. This one also, I think this is Sloane from... Oh god, what was that? Hopeless. If you guys remember Sloane, she was like in like maybe a page or two of Hopeless. But I think this is her story. But, okay, yeah, murder and graphic violence, so abusive relationships is what that one's about. Where is the book? Okay, there it is. But, yeah, that's the books that I have to complete in September, maybe October. I'll probably do the whole, Too Late in October thing, because spooky books. Spooky. Like, what's scariest to me is things that are realistic in real life. I don't like Paranormal Activity books. I believe in ghosts somewhat, but not all the time. It depends. A lot of people do it for attention. A lot of people actually see and experience, so I don't know. Do you guys believe in ghosts? I don't really know if I do or not. So, what the movie I watched this month was To All the Boys I've Loved Before. It's a Netflix original based off the book by Jenny Han. And this is gotta be one of the cutest damn movies I've seen this year. I was a little bit sad on the romantic comedy aspect of the movies I watched this month. I watched some pretty good movies. It's just I haven't seen a romantic comedy that's absolutely blew my mind, and All the Boys I Loved Before is really solid and really good, and I love the chemistry between Laura Jean and Peter. It was just so great, and I love the guy who plays Peter, and the guy who plays Josh is okay too, but I really wish they brought more of that aspect out. I really didn't understand why she liked Josh in the first place. Maybe if I actually read the book. I had to re-listen to the audiobook because I cannot remember the life of me remember anything about that book. I get the synopsis and other stuff, but it was kind of like, and it was funny, for romantic, for this book, I didn't expect, book to movie, I didn't expect it to be as funny as it was, but it was really funny. And then when it needed to be heartfelt, it was really heartfelt. When it needed to be romantic, it was romantic. When it needed to be dramatic, it was dramatic. So good job, Netflix. I don't really like some Netflix original movies. Maybe some disappoint me, but this one did, and it was pretty good. So congratulations to you. So, shockingly enough, the only TV series that I completed this month was Insatiable. Insatiable, the one TV show I said I would probably never watch, I ended up watching. I was all like, how about this? We watch it, and if it sucks, you can make a review for it. Never ended up making a review for it. I only finished it like last week. I could still make a review if I wanted to. Do you guys want a review on my thoughts? All my thoughts about Insatiable, comment down below and let me know. So I watched Insatiable, and I give it like a 6 out of 10. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either. There were definitely aspects of it that were great, but there was definitely aspects of it that were not great. I don't want to get on the topic of how I fat shames because that topic has been discussed multiple times. And yeah, it does kind of do some fat shaming, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Would be like I got fat shamed in middle school. So I know what it's like to be fat shamed, and it brought back memories and stuff. And there are some performances in it that I actually really liked, and there was a lot of things about it that annoyed me. Things about it that annoyed me I can't really get into. I could get into it. I just can't use names. Like, the scenes that impressed me were hold on. I have to remember all the scenes. The scenes that ended up it was like a crazy ass show. Like, it's one of those shows where you think you know what's gonna happen, and then it's just like does a 180, and it just does a 180 to do a 180. It doesn't make sense about why they're doing it. I think that's one negative about the show. Like, go into it not knowing what to expect. I went into it thinking, oh, this is gonna be a revenge story. It's far more than that. It's just like, it's crazy. It's a crazy show. There's a lot of hijinks in it. Does anyone use that word anymore? Probably not. But there was a lot of hijinks in it. There was a lot of plots that I was just like, why the hell would you use that? And oh my god. Like, ugh. Like, as far as the main character goes, I didn't really like Patty. I get it. She's been bullied for most of her life, and that sucks ass. Trust me. I know what it likes to be bullied. I know how much that sucks ass. But how she just, like, used people and threw them all under the bus at parts. She betrayed people's confidence too. Like when she got mad, she used information against them that she knew would be personal. And don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect either. It's just, wow, she was a bitch. Bitch, but I get why she was a bitch. Like, there was these couple of scenes that were very powerful. There was this scene with her in a dressing room, and it's a bathing suit scene with her best friend, and that scene is pretty great. That was how a real teenager who has been fat shamed acts. That performance is great, and this is what annoys me. Like, there is potential for this show. It is underneath the surface, but there are so many hijinks and so many outrageous storylines that you never get to see, like, the core underneath why they're doing this. They're doing this as a satire way to bring light to fat shaming, and sometimes the message doesn't get across that way. Whoever edited the trailer didn't really do a good job of editing the trailer, I believe. Because everyone thought, oh, it's just about how a girl gets skinny and how skinny fixes all your problems. And actually, it's really not. Like, she even claimed multiple times in the show that just because I'm skinny now does not mean I don't have problems. I still feel like whenever I felt like whenever I got skinny, that my problems would go away, but it was the exact opposite. It just brought me more problems, and I liked that scene. I liked how they brought light to the fact that it's kind of like I thought being skinny would solve my problems. Not really. It never solves problems. And I really hate when people fat shame. It's stupid. And unnecessary and But Patty, like, I don't know how I feel about Patty. I especially don't like how she treats her best friend. But there was a scene with her best friend where I was just pissed at Nani. Just pissed. It's kind of like, if I get into a spoiler review, I'll tell you guys about it, but there was a scene where I'm just over here like, really? That's your approach to that? I don't get it. I get needing to stand up for yourself, but I'm all like, eh. Also, some of the things Patty does, I didn't really like. But she's a teenager, fueled by her emotions of always being bullied and always never really having a place in this world. Even when she is skinny, it's just, it's like a show that there's a lot of underlining meaning to it. They just need to find a way to flush it out more. Also, speaking of flushing out, a part of Insatiable that I didn't like, why I gave it a 6 out of 10, because I liked it and I saw the potential in it. But here's the thing, you go into this not knowing anything about Patty besides the fact that she used to be bullied for getting fat, and then she got skinny, and everything afterwards, about Patty is just her being skinny and this new persona that she adapted to protect herself from everyone who ever bullied her. You don't get to see Patty beforehand. You get to see some flashbacks, but not a lot. I would really like to meet Patty before she got skinny, if that makes sense. I feel like her background story wasn't fleshed out enough. They didn't give it proper attention like they should have. Who is Patty when Patty is not is not getting revenge, or talking about how she got skinny, or how she always got fat shamed. Like, who is Patty as a person? We get all these things about how she's a great person and that, but we don't see those instances they're talking about. We don't know Patty before that, and they try to incorporate how Patty used to be. Like, she loves Drew Barrymore. That's all I know about her. I know that her father, she never knew her father. That, I know her mother didn't really help with her fat shaming. Fat shaming got her mom sometimes. I have never met a parent so selfish, but it was just, I just would really like to meet Patty when she's not this Patty, if that makes sense. Makes sense. I don't believe she's this, like, mad in real, like, was she ever not mad at people? At people? Was she ever not bitter? What were the great times that we heard about but never saw? Like, if that makes sense. So ending this on a somewhat higher note, we have musical / music session. Oh, sorry, I'm tired, but we got this section, and it's gonna be, I got a little more into listening to musicals this month because of how close I am to New York. It's only like a 2 to 3 hour drive away, and I'm like super excited to go next year for my birthday. Definitely planning a New York trip. It's gonna be fun. I learned that Heathers is no longer off Broadway. So they have this, I found a copy of it, and I watched it, and it was pretty great. I'm obsessed with the music from Heathers. If you guys don't know, I'm a Heathers fan. If you don't know what Heathers is, it's an older version of the mean girl cliche, but with a little bit more dramatics. It's great. Like, if you love Mean Girls, watch Heathers. Heathers is like the darker version. You got these 3 popular girls named the Heathers, and then you got this chick named Veronica, who doesn't really like her friends, so that's where the mean girl aspect comes into play. But there's a lot in this story. There's murder, there's abusive relationships, there's a lot about Heathers that I really like. Like, it's very dark, and if you don't like black comedies, I wouldn't watch Heathers. But if you are like me and you love black comedies, Heathers is definitely a good one. So I suggest you check it out. Not the TV show. The TV show sucks, but the musical? Sorry, guys. My cat is just going all weird on me. She does that every so often. She has too much energy and she tries to blow it off. But Heathers is a pretty good show. That's another movie I watched. I watched Heathers this month too, but I didn't add it because I already have seen Heathers. I'm talking about movies that I haven't seen before that I've watched. But Heathers, I watched it. Good movie, good play. Not so great TV show. Maybe if they actually were true fans of Heathers, they would get it. We'll get it, but I think the TV show really missed the mark on that one. Another play that I ended up listening to, not watching because it's still on Broadway and there's no tapes for it anywhere, but that's Mean Girls. I ended up listening to the music, getting obsessed with that musical. Another musical that I ended up listening to was Moulin Rouge. I think I've seen it once. I don't remember it, so if I rewatch it, it's definitely gonna be a new to me experience. So I'm gonna end up having to rewatch that at some point. I also rewatched Shrek this month. That was a good rewatch. I also rewatched Deadpool 2 this month because my husband had never seen it. And then I ended up watching it, but I can't put it on things I've never seen because I saw it in February. So, there's that. But also, on the music aspect, I was really into Panic at the Disco this month. The song, Hey Mom, Ma, I Made It, was pretty good. I watched a music video for that one, and the music video is excellent. So if you haven't seen the music video for Hey Mom, Ma, I Made It, that one's pretty good. I liked it. I like how it shows the darker side of the music industry and what it could do to you. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty good concept for a video, especially for a song that's so happy and upbeat. It doesn't match the tone, but that's the underlining message to it, and I loved it. I think his name is Brendan. Brendan, he's the only member of Panic at the Disco right now, I think, and I might be misinformed about that. I know this whole album is just him by himself. I really need to listen to Prayers for the Wicked. I've listened to High Hopes, and I've listened to Hey Ma, I Made It, and then I listened to Saturday Night, but I haven't listened to a lot of the other ones. And what are you doing, silly girl? But sorry, I'm getting distracted by my cat. And boy, do I really talk a lot because this minute is already at 31 minutes. Like, sheesh. But yeah, so far, that's all I've got for you guys this month. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite thing was that you watched, read, or binge watched this last month. This month is gonna be interesting. There's more, like, it's fall. It's like the ending of September is when fall usually happens. I think it's September 22nd, whenever the first day of fall comes, and I cannot wait until it starts feeling colder here because I thought the dry heat was bad, but my god, humidity sucks. And I can't wait for it to get colder so these long sleeves don't look weird on me most days. But there you guys have it. That was it for my August wrap up, and I will see you guys sometime in September because I don't know if I'll have any more videos up besides my wrap ups lately. I've been experiencing a lot of new things, so I don't really feel like I have time to film. I ended up writing some fan fiction, at least this month. So hopefully that doesn't suffer along with my videos. But I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts on, well, I know a lot of people will have watched Insatiable by now, so what are your thoughts on Insatiable? What's your thoughts on To All the Boys I Loved Before? Comment down below and let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!